All right, gentlemen, today we're talking about fashion trends, and whether you love them, whether you hate them, they matter because they have an effect on the clothing that makes it out to the stores in your area. The goal of today's video is to point out a few fashion trends which are perfectly fine and more importantly help you identify those which are just going to make you look bad, which happens to be quite a few of them. Fashion trend number one to avoid, gentlemen, wearing a suit jacket with a bare chest. Apparently, yes, this is in fashion for 2019. Now, for me, from a functionality perspective, it just doesn't work because when you're wearing a suit jacket, you're going to have to get that thing cleaned and you're going to have to wash it after every long wear here. Just not going to be practical. That's why we wear shirts. That's why we wear undershirts to protect our more expensive clothing from being damaged. So probably avoid this fashion trend. Now, fashion trend number two, which should not be confused with the last one, is showing and baring your nipples. Apparently, wearing transparent clothing or clothing that shows off the male nipple is going to be in 2019. Again, something that I think for the vast majority of us in most situations just is not going to work. Sure, at the beach, but beyond that, probably not. Next up, let's talk about colors that are going to be in fashion this year. Neon. We're going to see a lot of neon out there. Be careful with neon. This is not classic. This is not going to stand up to the test of time. So we're going to see racing red. We're going to see orange. We're going to see fresia, which is basically gold. You're going to see cobalt, which is a dark colored blue. You're going to see lighter blues. Now, for the blues and for the mainstays, I'm saying yes. You could pick up a jacket or a suit in cobalt. That's perfectly fine. Be careful, though, in a light blue and definitely not a racing red. But for most of these fashionable colors, it's going to be accessories where you want to bring these in. Right here, I picked this up the other day. Didn't even know this was in style. I happened to do the research. Gold, orange, cobalt blue. Notice how it goes in. Now notice this cap right here, a classic watch cap. Most of you are going to have this in black, but you could actually bring in a fashionable color like fresia, aka gold, right here and bring it into your wardrobe. Another easy way to add fashionable colors to your wardrobe, gentlemen, your watch. Right here, this watch, we've got a racing style with the racing red right in it. We're actually right here in the stitching. This watch right here, we've got a dark blue. These watches made by Vincero, the paid sponsor of today's video. Guys, I'm linking to them down in the description. Go check them out. I've got the best discount code you're going to find out there. Some of my favorite collections, guys, look at the Chrono collection. I love the Chrono S watches, especially that Chrono S in rose gold. A beautiful watch. Just look at the details right there on the dial. These are watches which are going to stand apart from the crowd. Next up, look at their Bellwether collection. I love this one because of the clean aesthetic, the balance in the watch. Not only can you go with a wide variety of leather straps, which are interchangeable, but you can also go with metal straps. They've got mesh straps, just a wide range of options for you. Another collection to check out is their marble collection. Their best seller in that collection is the Italian marble in Black Verde. If you want a simple dial, if you want minimalism, go with their Kairos collection. Notice right here, we've got the time and the date, and that's it. Want an automatic watch? Guys, go check out their automatic collection. And if you haven't been to the website for a while, go check out their new collection. This is the Rogue collection. That black plus red, check this one out. Just beautiful. Guys, free worldwide shipping, a 2-year warranty, a 30-day return policy, and over 14,000 positive reviews. Go check out Vincero. I'm linking to them down in the description with the best discount code you're going to find out there. The next fashion trend to avoid, gentlemen, is going to be the oversized double-breasted jacket. Now, double-breasted jackets, I love it. On the right body type, they can make you look amazing. If you've got 5 suits already, maybe go to a double-breasted suit jacket. It's going to help you stand out from the crowd. But anything oversized, anything that's going to be overly large in the shoulder area is another thing we're seeing trends on. Guys, don't go with this oversized stuff, guys. Get something that fits your body type correctly. The next fashion trend to avoid, gentlemen, is the neck wallet. So over 20 years ago, I purchased this when I was riding my motorcycle on and off base, wanted to be able to show my ID very easily. But even then, I didn't feel it was a very fashionable piece. I didn't like wearing it. And I would recommend that you not really jump onto this trend in 2019. For me, it's just not really going anywhere. I think this is a piece that is really going to catch on. The next fashion trend to avoid, oversized jeans and slashed jeans. Apparently, wearing jeans like you did in high school, which I don't remember in high school ever wearing jeans that were all slashed up, or wearing jeans that are overly large. Now, I admit I did wear overly large jeans in high school, but in any case, you're a grown man, so probably don't go back to your high school looks. The next fashion trend we're talking about are dad socks. These are white socks that go up past the ankle. I didn't see a problem with this. I know for a lot of you guys, they're going to work out, and that's where these socks are appropriate, is when you're exercising, when you're working out. Remember, when you're wearing dress clothing, when you're wearing a suit, do not wear white socks. You should never wear white socks, even if they're in fashion, even if they're a trend. No, always wear dark socks that match your shoes or match your trousers. But when it comes to white socks, and if they're calling them dad socks, I think they are perfectly fine. Now this next fashion trend kind of confuses me because it takes two perfectly fine items, shorts and a turtleneck, and it combines them. And I don't know about this combination. For me, functionally, it just doesn't make sense. One is for cold weather, one is for warm weather. Why would you bring them together? But they're thinking that this looks great on the runway. Guys, in my opinion, avoid this look, but maybe some of you guys disagree. So let me know down in the comments if you disagree with my thoughts on this. Just this look is not going to catch on. The next fashion trend we need to talk about, gentlemen, tie-dye. Made popular in the 1970s by those following the Grateful Dead and experimenting with drugs. I actually have to admit, in the 1990s, I had a tie-dye shirt. Not that I did any of those things I just talked about. What's funny is every time I wore that shirt, I got those comments. And even to this day, I think if you're wearing a tie-dye piece of clothing, you're going to get that type of association. But if you want to experiment with a tie-dye shirt and see what people say, go for it. So the next item apparently in fashion this year, cowboy boots. Now Western boots have a long storied history and I love them because they're functional and there are parts of the United States, Texas, Oklahoma, where you're going to see guys pull this off even with suits and I think that's perfectly fine. But for the vast majority of men, be very careful. This is something that's going to cost a lot of money and if you see Western boots in a pink bubblegum color, be careful. This is probably not going to be, it's something most of you are not going to be able to pull off with confidence. So apparently this next fashion trend is going to shock some of you guys this summer when you're shopping for shorts. And that is shorts are getting shorter. Now the inseam on most shorts, we're talking 7 inches, maybe 6 inches, but closer probably to 8 or 9 inches. What we're going to see is this is getting a bit shorter on more fashionable brands. So be careful. You don't want to go out and buy those pair of shorts and think, oh, I've always bought from this brand, put them on and realize you're wearing some Daisy Dukes. Be careful, guys. Yes, they're getting shorter. So apparently overalls are going to be in fashion this year. And I'm going to say for the vast majority of you, especially if you're not a bigger guy, overalls are not a piece of clothing that's going to look great on you. They're great if you've got a bit of a stomach, if you're an electrician, if you're a plumber, if you want to support your college team on game day and you want to be able to hide some beers. Yes, overalls are great. But for the vast majority of men, especially thinner men, smaller men, overalls are going to basically swallow you up and they're going to make you look smaller. It's not a good look for you. The next fashion trend I'm going to recommend that you skip, the fire department jackets. Apparently these are in vogue. These are popping up in stores. Guys, if you work for a fire department, that's perfectly fine. Why is this happening? I think it has to do with the neon color and that they're drawing a bit of attention. Guys, but this is not a classic piece. If you're looking for something for your interchangeable wardrobe, this is not it. All right, gents, if you like this video, click on that like button. If you're new to Real Men Real Style, make sure to click on that subscribe button, become part of our community, and that bell icon. Click on it so that you get notified when these videos go live. And gentlemen, don't forget, go check out Vincero and their new Rogue collection. Look at these watches. Aren't they beautiful? Guys, you can grab them. Just click on the link down in the description of this video and use that discount code. It's the best one you're going to find out there. Use it or lose it, guys. Great company, proud to support them.